Mark of the devil.
I'm looking for Tamara, the Bloody Baron's daughter. Your brother said I'd find her here.
Wojtek sent you, sir.
How else would I know she was here?
Wait a moment. I'll fetch her straight away.
É mesmo, o olho dele é igual.
You're looking for me, and who might you be? My father sent you?
Yeah, to see if you're still alive. And well. I'm Geralt of Rivia.
I'm quite alive and extraordinarily well, Geralt of Rivia. Better than I've ever been in this rotten life of mine, and now that you've seen me, I bid you farewell.
Wait.
We've nothing more to talk about.
Your father's a vile man. You're angry and bitter. Can't blame you.
Why do you help him then? Why did you take this job?
Because he knows something about someone dear to me. Promised to tell me if I found you and your mother.
Got it. A bit of blackmail. Just his style. Well,
Também achei quando vi
you can tell
Scott.
him I'm alive and I'm never coming back.
Before I agreed to look for you, your father told me his version of events. Tell me yours.
Mine. It's dull as life amidst the swamps. My earliest memories are of a drunken father lying under the stairs, caked in mud and clutching a bottle. Next dozen years, pretty much the same. Father would drink, disappear for days, then come home in a rage and send furniture flying. Thank the gods for war. I was glad every time they sent him off. And the quarrels. I remember him screaming at Mum, the thuds as he beat her, then her sobbing. I'd hide under my bed and long for silence. That's the long and short of it. Multiply by 19 and there you have my life. Finally we'd had enough, Mum and me. He crossed the line and we fled.
I don't mean to pry, but I know your mother had a miscarriage.
His doing? He shoved her, she fell, that's how it started. We were alone, no one to help, blood everywhere. Worst night of my life.
Sorry. Must have been hard for you both.
Mum was in shock. She was raving that it was better this way, that she never wanted the child. Must have had a fever, she was losing blood the whole time.
She didn't want the child?
Said she'd sooner cut open her gut than bear another child from his seed.
Wojtek said some monster carried off your mother.
That is what happened. It was enormous, twice the size of a bear, but much quicker and more agile. It grabbed Mum before we could react. Now I don't even know if she's alive.
Your mother's in Crookback Bog. Seems quite happy, actually. Though I think she's not quite right in the head.
What? She lives! I must go there at once and get her out!
Wouldn't recommend venturing into the swamp.
I've made my decision. Won't let anyone talk me out of it.
What will you do now?
Find my mum.
You realize that might not be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm not daft enough to believe I can do it alone. I've got some new friends now. Powerful friends. They'll help me.
Who are these friends, if it's not a secret?
Já fiz a quest com ela.
Heard of the Church of the Eternal Fire? A priest helped me contact the Redanian witch hunters. Righteous, brave men. They'll help
Só que a mãe dela é uma
Hence the
bruxa.
candlesticks in your room. So you believe in the eternal fire?
Se ela for com esses caçadores, cara.
Set your heart aflame. It gives you strength and leads you down a path of truth for the rest of your life. I hope it'll bless you with its warmth one day.
Thanks. Thing is, fire's tricky. It's easy to get burned. What about your father?
Who? Oh, him. I don't care. I won't go back to him. That bit of my life? Forgotten it already.
Well, well. A witcher. Never thought the Baron would stoop to hiring a monster slayer. Though I hear you're good at tracking things down.
Glad you know who I am. Haven't introduced yourself, though.
Graden, witch hunter in the service of His Royal Majesty Radovid of Redania. I'm certain you've heard of us.
Rings a bell.
If the Bloody Baron sent you to fetch his daughter, you'd best face it. You will fail in your task.
I appreciate your concern, but I don't need it. As for Tamara, she can make her own decisions.
Noble of you. A killer for hire abandoning his bounty for the good of
Tá
another.
cara folgado, mano.
The hunters and the Church of the
Depois
Eternal
que ele leva uma
Fire
espadada no meio do olho, não
so
sabe
the
porquê,
Baron
né?
hired a witcher to find his daughter. Interesting.
Desperate fathers have been known to do a lot to find their daughters.
Unexpected from a witcher. I thought your mutations cleansed you of humanity, stripped you of emotions.
You don't need mutations to strip men of their humanity. I've seen plenty of examples.
Na verdade, o que pouca gente sabe é que o Geralt, a mãe do Geralt era uma bruxa. Ela conjurou uma magia no Geralt, mais ou menos como se fosse uma maldição que diz o seguinte: você nunca vai se tornar um Witcher. Isso foi quando o pai do Geralt, uns Witchers salvaram ele e ele prometeu uma recompensa. E a recompensa seria a primeira coisa que você tiver quando você chegar na sua casa, certo? A primeira coisa que você vê. Quando o pai do Geralt chegou na casa dele, a mulher dele estava grávida. Certo? A mãe do Geralt estava grávida dele. Por causa disso, o contrato foi selado. E com os Witchers assim funciona. Por isso que falam que os Witchers catam criança. Na verdade, são na base desses contratos, tá ligado? Ele não tinha grana pra pagar e foi só. Então você vai pagar com o que você vê na sua casa quando você chegar. Meio que deixando pra mão do destino. Sempre tem esse lance com o destino. Os Witchers têm essa treta com o destino. E aí o Geralt foi prometido aos Witchers. A mãe, como era uma bruxa, castou essa parada nele. E aí durante o processo, durante essa mutação, esse processo pro Geralt virar um Witcher, ele ouvia a voz da mãe dele. Nesse processo, geralmente o Witcher, o bruxo, ele perde todas as memórias da vida passada dele. Isso faz parte do processo, ele perde suas emoções do caminho. A mãe dele, com essa coisa, ficava protegendo ele ali. Então ele tem relances de memória da mãe dele, porque ele eu acho que é o único Witcher que não perdeu todas as memórias. Ele tem um pouco ainda com ele. Ele perdeu a maioria, mas ele ainda tem um pouco. E com isso ele tem as emoções. Além de que durante o processo, o cara que estava fazendo a macumba com ele mudou a dosagem por causa que estava tendo uma geração de Witchers, de bruxos fracos. Porque quando o bruxo ele perde totalmente as emoções, ele perde um pouco a criatividade dele. E por causa disso, o Geralt, ele é o melhor espadachim, porque ele é muito criativo. Ele conseguia se desprender um pouco das tradições dos bruxos, tá ligado? E ele era muito bom, só que ele, né, a galera não gostava dele, por causa que ele lutava de um jeito diferente, ele já era mais malandro quando ele era mais jovem. E é isso, é por causa disso que ele tem emoção e ele tem essas percepções. E durante o jogo ele tem essas escolhas, né?
Where are you gonna take her?
Tamara must rest. She's had a harrowing experience. When the warmth of the Eternal Fire has restored her strength, we shall see about finding her mother.
Hope you know what you're getting into.
I've never been more certain. The Eternal Fire is the best thing that could happen to me.
In that case, good luck.
Thank you for respecting my choice. Farewell.
There you are.
See the hollyhock there? The violet blooms. Brought the plants here from Nazaire. Anna had read some story. Insisted on having them. Spent hours tending to them, trimming, pruning. She was so content at that. And them, the frilly ones, called birds of paradise in Zerrikania. But Tamara called them dragons of paradise. She adored them. Damn shame I'll never learn which blooms would please Dea most. Though it's good to know her spirit's free.
Your loss. It must hurt. Bad. But there wasn't anything we could do.
No. Not now. Not anymore. It was too late. That was clear. Should have acted earlier. Taken them all from this damned felon. In this hole. This reesty mire. Nothing could go right here.
Got some information about your family.
You've learned something? Well, let's go inside. It's a bit chilly out. Any news for me?
Your daughter's in Oxenfurt.
What the blazes? She all right? In good health? Safe? Why haven't you brought her back?
Never offered to do that.
How do you know she's safe? You see her at least?
I saw her. We talked. She said I could tell you she's safe.
When will she come home?
And that she's not coming back.
She's not to return. But I've prepared all for her. Her rooms await. I sent away for new Pantobas.
Mano, o cara vai ficar sozinho, velho.
How can she not come back?
Sooner you accept this, the better. Face it, you haven't been the best father.
I have not, true. But I'd change, I'd be different. If only she'd return. If only they'd both come back. Maybe all is not yet lost. She's in Oxenfurt, you say? Well, maybe she hasn't left. Maybe she'll hear me out.
You can always try. Wouldn't get my hopes up, though.
I shall try. I must. Life is pointless without her and Anna. I've nothing to lose. Incidentally, what of my Annie? Learned anything?
We'll talk about her, don't worry. But right now,
Também
you're
acho,
telling me about
Scott.
Ciri, just like we agreed.
Nada aqui dá certo, velho. Nada.
Word once given. When Ciri
Tipo
was
assim,
on the mend,
pura realidade
out on a hunt,
de fantasia.
thought a bit
A
of
fantasia
galloping
medieval,
would warm her limbs gone
só que
stiff from so
tipo
much bed rest.
com dose de realidade.
That lass of yours, pure luck in the flesh. She screamed like a mad woman. In an instant, all had forgotten the wager. Every man ran to save his skin, even worried to break his neck.
And they make it?
Some, aye. Others were not so fortunate. But what happened then? I must say, Witcher, seen a lot, but nothing like this. Never.
Uh-oh. I know that look.
You're a fast learner. You'll know the rest once you find my wife.
Got news of your wife.
Plowing hell, why'd you not say so forthwith? Where is she? Why have you not returned with her?
She's in Crookback Bog. Got food, a place to live, and keeps herself busy. Didn't look like she had the slightest desire to leave.
You were to bring her back, not report on the conditions she lives under.
I was supposed to find her, and I did. That was our deal, nothing more.
You still think me rotten to the core. A base bastard, don't you? You believe I alone am at fault for what happened here.
Doesn't matter what I believe.
Yet, looking at you, I see contempt. Can't speak for the world you witches inhabit, but in ours, nothing is ever black and white.
probably gonna say you're not the only one to blame. All right then, I'm willing to hear your side of the story.
With Annie, it was love at first sight. A spear tore through my shoulder at the Battle of Anchor. She tended to my wound. Once I'd recovered, I asked her to marry me. She wept with joy. Soon after, Tamara was born. And after that, they sent me to Sidaris. The warlord had risen against King Ethan, and Foltest sent help. It was one battle to the next, one conflict after another. It was a life of war. I was seldom home, and I found comfort in drink. Grew so fond of hooch, I couldn't part with it when I did get home.
Still seems like your fault to me.
Will you let me finish?
All right. What then?
I went from front to front, battle to battle, collecting soldiers' coin, while Anna sat alone with the babe for months. Later, I learned she'd not been so alone after all. For nearly 3 years, she'd found comfort in the arms of one Evan, a childhood friend, her dog's bunghole. Understand, damn it? One tussle in the hay I'd have waved aside, put it out of my mind. But the woman cuckolded me for years, without a whisker of concern for me, for my love.
How'd you find out?
Came home one day and Anna was gone. The things too. Found a letter. She wrote that she didn't love me. That she'd left me for that knob licker and taken Tamara with her. Felt like I'd been rammed in the arse by a horse. I went to find the bugger, to get the girls back, bring them home. Yet soon as I saw him, something turned inside me, something dark. I slaughtered the shit-eating twat and fed his carcass to the dogs.
Guess they call you the Bloody Baron for a reason after all.
What?
Your nickname. Makes sense now.
No, that's an entirely different story.
Imagine Anna wasn't exactly pleased.
Ha! Bloody understatement if I've ever heard one. She flew into a fit, hysteria, threw herself at me, kicking and clawing. Finally grabbed a knife. It would have been the end of me if I'd not leapt aside. It was the first time I hit her. I had to calm her. Felt I had no other means. Things changed. They would never be the same. Anna tried to take her own life, and mine, several times. She would prod me, goad me, taunt me, in the hope I would hit her again, perhaps. She'd scream that I'd robbed her life of love, that I'd destroyed the idea for her, and so might as well kill her. How many times I apologized. How many armfuls of blooms and gifts I brought. She cared not a bit. 2 years of her anger had turned to indifference, broken at times by her bouts of hysteria and my bouts of drunkenness. Cannot fathom how we survived those years, but we did. Though as you know now, not everything was as it might have seemed.
Don't know why you're telling me all this. Your relationship with your wife? Your concern, not mine.
Ah, a witcher. Should have expected as much. Very well then. If you won't bring Anna home, you might at least tell me how she landed in that blasted swamp.
Your wife is with the crones as their servant.
What the fuck do you mean? What crones?
Ones who live in Crookback Bog.
I've heard folk speak of them, and thought it naught but tales to scare the children with. How on earth did she land there?
They fled by night. They were riding past the forest when a beast serving the crones attacked them and abducted Anna.
A beast? Bloody hell. And Tamara? Was she hurt?
No.
Oh, thank the gods for that. So, Annie? What happened to her?
The creature carried her deep into Crookback Bog. Didn't harm her, though. In fact, Anna seems content there.
Content? What is this tripe, Witcher? What in bloody blazes is she doing in that swamp?
She made a pact with the crones and... well, I think she might have lost her mind.
A pact? What the bloody hell?
She was with child, a child she didn't want to bear. Went to the crones for help. They promised to rid her of the problem in exchange for a year of her service. And they kept their word, in their own twisted way.
What do you mean?
Anna must have thought the child inside her would somehow disappear. Instead, the crones sapped her of strength, and ultimately forced her body to miscarry. I think that's when she started to lose her mind. Then they placed magic tethers on her, tethers that cause great pain when tested. A guarantee she'll pay off her debt.
A pact with witches? Bloody nightmare, sounds like some jest. We must get her out. We can't leave her there.
Venturing into the swamp, even with armed men, is just a bad idea. It's a dangerous place inherently, and I think those crones are a greater threat than anyone realizes.
I'll not sit on my arse waiting for them to return her. Would you wait? Count on their mercy if they had your daughter?
Probably not, but I'm a witcher.
And I'm a husband and a father who's fucked up his life and the lives of his loved ones. I'll gather my men, go there and
A
retrieve
filha dele tá indo pra lá com a porra do... com uns cruzados maluco que não gosta de bruxa. Esse cara quer ir pra lá também. Será que vai dar tipo um encontro ali, tipo desandar tudo, velho? Vai ser divertido.
So long.
Minha quest não acabou?
I'm listening. What do you come to me with?
Ah, tá.
We had a deal. I've done my part. Your turn to do yours.
A word once given.
Pensei a mesma coisa, Scott. As histórias do Witcher sempre tem essas reviravoltas, cara.
Basilisk, it had just attacked you.
Ah, right. Gargantuan. One solid brute. She mounted and rode off. It grew awfully empty without her.
Redanian armies blocked the Pontar crossing, yet you sent Ciri to Novigrad.
She was looking for a sorceress, and all of them are in Novigrad. Besides, I didn't leave her at the Redanians' mercy. I gave her a letter of safe conduct.
Where'd you get these letters?
Seria agora que a gente ia conseguir a carta.
Pack of jesters. Served in the Temerian army once.
Redanians guard the crossing.
True, but with a bit of fame and a friend here and there, well, banners and heraldry don't mean so much.
Sabia que seria o barão que ia dar pra gente o
So
bagulho.
there's a chance Ciri's still in Novigrad. Thanks for helping her.
It's nothing. Now you've learned what you wanted to know, you must be in a hurry. But, if you could,
Spit it out.
I want to go get Anna. Free her, bring her back. I don't believe she's there willingly.
Must have not heard me. Any journey into the swamp is suicide.
I heard you, which is why I could use your aid. I've no more tales of Ciri to offer you, but go with me and I'll be generous with what I do have. Very generous.
Extra coin never hurt.
Ha! True indeed. I'll round up my men and ride to Downwarren. You can join us there.
Fine. Sounds good.
Porra é essa?
There you are. Sorry, we was never.
What was that?
You tell me. Man or monster? My men call him Uma and say he's a beast. But he seems a man to me. Just hideous as Ardle's shit.
Uma? Strange name.
Aye, strange. But he gave us no other.
You mean he can talk?
Hardly. It was like this. I asked what they called him. He sat there, not saying a thing, trying to stick a toe up his nose. So I grabbed his hand, looked him in the eyes, and asked, "What's your name?" Gave me this damn foolish look and stammered, "Oh, Uma?" And it stuck.
Doesn't look like a monster, but my medallion's trembling. Strange. Where'd you find him?
Funny story, actually. I won him in a game of cards.
Que absurdo, cara.
Must have been pretty desperate to play for that.
Ah, quit your carping, smart-ass. Someone wagered him and we played. If anyone was desperate, it was the bugger's former
O que ele ia
master.
fazer com isso?
Funny story. How so?
Went to Novigrad once to rest, indulge in the city's pleasures. Stayed at a tavern and some folk there were playing, so I joined in. Cards were kind that day. Had one devilish hand after another. Robbed the whoresun's blind. One fellow, a merchant, took it especially hard. He'd gambled away everything he'd brought from Skellige. Wanted terribly to play another hand, so I agreed. Asked him what he had to wager, and he showed me that sideshow. Not much in it for me, but fuck it, I thought. I'll give the man a chance to win something back. Luck was not with him, and Uma wound up here at Crow's Perch. End of story.
Hilarious. Real side splitter.
Oh, you wouldn't know a good tale from a runny fart.
Proper baron now. Even got a jester.
Aye, though I feel something's not right with him.
How so?
Well, he seems more beast than man. But there's wisdom, cunning in the bastard's eyes. Or maybe I'm imagining it. Ever run into anything like him?
No, but he doesn't look dangerous.
I guess that's that. Doesn't eat much, so as long as he's no trouble, the boys might as well have some diversion.
Time I was on my way. So long.
Farewell. I hope you find your daughter. And prove a good father to her. Beauty? What the devil do you mean?
A great mare. A horse fiend. Folk done went mad. Lunged at each other.
A gente que libertou esse espírito.
Neighbors or young'uns.
It's the spirit of the forest, taking revenge on those who sought its demise, driving them mad.
Geralt! Good you've arrived. I've trouble drawing any sense from their canting. Should give 'em a taste of the whip to bring 'em in line, 'cause...
My lord, 'tis what they said too. About the mare, meaning... That is the forest
Shadowmare.
dark.
A gente liberou porque, tipo, parecia o Shadowmare, velho.
Who claims so?
The witch hunters passed through just now, heading for the village in the swamp. Some
Aconteceu, os três vão se encontrar.
lady and asking after her mother.
Lass. We must go there at
É a
once.
filha dele.
Agreed.
I'll gather my men. With the swamp to cross and those cursed crowns to hunt down. Flowering swamp. Pox-ridden air promotes brain rot in the peasants. Crowns, fuck me. What will these hayseeds think of next?
The crones exist. You'll know that soon enough.
Right. More likely some mad old wenches making mincemeat of peasant minds. Likely Anna agreed to stay with them, care for them out of the kindness of her heart. Good as gold, that one. Always.
Mano, acho que vai dar uma treta muito louca aqui. Cara, não gosto quando o NPC não... Ó o barão, mano. O barão não paga pau não, hein. Caralho, essa espada nova aqui.
In a while. We shouldn't have come here. Got no business traipsing about. Managed the one time, but who the hell knows what we'll find deeper in?
That fear talking? Through you? Brawny bird?
Who? Me? Fear? Not on your life. All right, boys, let's move on. At pace. Show these horrors who's in charge. Where's a horror like that come from?
A wench that's had too much hooch turns into that. So next time you think to give a woman booze, don't. Better off drinking it down yourself.
Witcher, why are you here?
Tell you later.
Witcher, change your mind. How much did my father pay you?
Don't think you have anything to fear. Brought your new friends with you.
I have no fear, for the eternal fire protects me.
Won't need to protect you from me.
Tamara, dear daughter, you return after all. Come, don't deny me this embrace.
Stay away from me. I've come for Mother. Unlike you, I'll not see her rot in this swamp.
What the hell do you think I'm here? To take her home?
Oh, you'll do no such thing. You'll not lay a finger on her. Never. I'll not let you.
You've a right to be cross. I was not the best husband, the best father, I know. But I've changed. Ask anyone. Geralt, come, tell her.
Stop arguing. It's stupid. We need to find Anna.
Verily I say unto you that ire and vehemence can lead to naught but one's downfall.
Who the bloody hell is this?
And who are you to ask so crudely?
This is my commander.
And that should be of no concern to a drunken swine.
Tamara, you stand with their kind now. Perhaps you'd have them torture and hang your own father.
You're not my father, and I care not a bit what befalls you.
I remind you we've a matter to resolve here. Witcher, will you help us?
Wouldn't be here if I wasn't willing.
I've lost 5 men and have little notion of what else to expect in this cursed place.
No time to lose. Crones could return any minute.
Ha! How do you know they're not here already?
'Cause we're still alive.
Search the village!
Don't.
Over here!
Casos de fã. É a véia. Kitchen Quest foda.
Mother? Is that her? No. Impossible. We must do something. Witcher!
Something's coming. Get ready.
Caraca, velho.
What was that?
Wolves?
Didn't sound like.
É o Shadowmare.
Because it wasn't. Get ready.
Demônio. Eu devo ter uma pote pra demônio aqui. Deixa eu ver se eu tenho. Espectros, geneferas, híbridos. Tá, eu nem tenho, velho, informações sobre demônios. Primeira vez que eu vou enfrentar um. Vamos ver o que a gente tem aqui de pote que talvez dê uma... Aqui é contra a fera, aqui é contra o grid. Relíquo, tô achando que é relíquo, hein? Híbrido, amaldiçoados. Relíquo, né? Então vamos de relíquo. Vamos ter um relíquo melhor. Contra humanoides, necrófago, relíquo. Vamos usar o relíquo. E a gente tem uma pote aqui que aumenta em 30 de poder. A gente tem alguma melhor? Baleia assassina. Cara, eu tenho um bagulho contra... Mel branco. Nossa, diferença de dano, hein? Que diferença de dano com a pote?
What was that? Looked a fiend to me.
Crones have sensed us. They know we're close. Sent the beast for Anna.
Those damned witches! When will it end? Look what they've done to her. Are they not satisfied? Just look at her. Witcher, you know of these things. You must. What's wrong with her?
Easy. Shouting won't help. Calm down.
Simple for you to say. How can I? That's my mother. Understand?
He's on our side. Let him think. Witcher. You know what is wrong with him?
Last I was here, she was nothing like this. Crones must have cursed her.
Can you lift this curse?
Not till I know what it is.
She can't have lived here alone. Perhaps there's someone else. Someone who saw something.
Maybe Johnny.
Who?
A boy, a hermit. Lives in the swamp. Came around here from time to time. He might have seen something.
We must find him.
Doesn't like strangers. You wait here. I'm better off going alone.